relationships.
Girls, guys, all of them, smorgasbord, or Burning Man orgies. For all the boys out there, what's your relationship status?
So I'm in a relationship. I'm in many relationships, and they're open. And to the women.
You're in an open relationship?
Well, okay, to the men and to the women that want to know, not just the men. Yes, I'm in a couple open.
Girls, guys, all of them, smorgasbord, or Burning Man orgies all the time.
No, none of that. I have like one situationship with a girl and one situationship with a guy. Everybody knows about each other, and it's okay.
Okay. Do you bring them together?
No, I haven't, because she has another like male partner. He wouldn't be.
Oh, he wouldn't be happy with that?
Yeah, and I'm not interested in her male partner either. So.
Okay, we're gonna get back to that. I love this already. What about you? Relationship status?
I kind of multiple things with. No, I'm just kidding.
With lots of dudes.
Yeah, lots of dudes.
Just a conveyor belt of hot dogs. Just fucking
single and taking applications. You know.
Taking applications. Yeah.
You know.
What kind of girls do you usually go for?
I mean, everything recently has been non-white.
I feel you there.
Non-white girls.
You racist
which is crazy because like I grew up, dude. I grew up like exclusively like only interested in white girls.
Yeah.
And now it's almost like nah. It just doesn't do it for me.
Sorry, white girls. I tell you.
Look, I'm an equal opportunity employer. You know,
What's your
the
type?
application is stronger. Latinas right now.
Yes, same.
It's toxic.
But for me,
violent
it's like
and toxic. Yeah.
For me, it's like middle-aged, like really curvy Hispanic women.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, like.
But like,
when you said middle-aged, I thought you were gonna be like middle-aged, like rich men.
I mean, we're taking applications from middle-aged rich men, but no, like we're talking about like my type. If I was like right now, like I want to like hook up with someone right now, it would be a 40-something busty Latino. Yeah.
40-something.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Are you on Field?
What's that? No, do I need to get on Field?
We'll talk. We'll talk.
I'll give you need to get on the practice field. I've never even heard of this.
No, I don't know about any like dating apps and stuff like that. I'm literally banned from Tinder.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wait.
Because I'm banned from Hinge, and I've had multiple accounts banned from Hinge.
Multiple?
And they won't tell me why. I use the same photos. I write the same profiles on all the apps. And every time I create one, dude, I can't even last a day on Hinge.
Oh, they didn't give you a reason
until they ban me. No, they never do.
That's so weird. Man.
I'm like, what did I do wrong? I'm like, I literally did nothing.
Like you're making it difficult for the other guys to get bitches.
Yeah, I didn't post like I thought like the last one.
You know, you're not supposed to actually post dick pics on your profile.
Anthony.
Fuck. That's it. That's it. I tried to frame it all nice. Make it look good.
No, that's for Grindr.
Oh fuck.
You mixed up. Yeah, they're different.
Yeah.
They're different apps.
But no, the first time I got banned, like I thought it was because like I had like a pic or like a video of me like at the gun range or something. I'm like, okay, so like these people are extra woke. I'm like, I won't post a pic of like a gun.
Weird. Why are you banned?
I know why I'm banned off Tinder.
Really?
Because when I made my new Instagram account, what I did was use Tinder to get more Instagram followers.
No, but isn't that what everyone does on Tinder?
Okay, that's what I thought. And so that's why I even did it, because I saw other people were doing that. So I was like, okay, cool. But what I would do, which guys, if there's any people watching this that don't know that there are a bunch of women, if she has her bio on Tinder saying, I'm not on here that much, hit up on Instagram.
I was just gonna say that.
That was my bio. I had like the hottest thirst traps on my Tinder. I'd go on Tinder every day, not even looking, and I would be like, yes. Bro, that's
like what guys do.
Until it would tell me that I can't say yes anymore.
Dude.
And then, I probably got like over 1,000 followers just from that. But there were a lot of angry men that reported me, and like I knew, because like I would see the message requests. I wish I had screenshots so I could be like, here were some message requests that I got where they'd be like, bitch, why won't you reply to me? You just did this. Like, they were getting angry.
Yeah, dudes get really hostile. It's so weird when you like ignore them.
But
they get heated.
No, but that's why, like, honestly, like, that's why in all my event experience in the last couple years, I've gotten so much experience talking to women. I know what the translation means, but like I know why she's saying it like this, because of all these fucking dudes who just like can't handle the real the real answer and just like who freak out and just like, oh my
They get
God.
super mad.
Like,
It's scary, right?
Does this mean like I'm like, what do you think, you're better than me? And like all all this like super like aggressive shit. And I'm like, you know what? I probably would have would say like I would probably make up a bunch of shit if I was on the opposite side.
Well, dude, I think a lot of guys don't understand the safety aspect. Like, this is actually a question I'll ask you now because I like to ask this one. Is, whenever you go on a date, how much are you thinking about like your safety? Is that like your number one priority, or like how much do you think about that?
Yeah, so I actually have a funny story of my like worst, scariest dating experience. But first thing, yes. But I'm one of those people where I have my locations shared with at least like 10 of my girlfriends, and I'll let my girlfriends know before. Yeah, more than that. And I have a lot of other girls that'll just like for the night just share their location with me so I know where they're at when they're on a date.
Yeah.
And that happened to me a long time ago, like when I was like newly single. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get back out there.
You were in California at the time?
Most of my relationship was in California. But I went on a date with this guy that was very like kind of particular, like even wanted to like talk about what outfit I was gonna wear on the first date with him. But I didn't mind because I was like, okay, he's cool. He's like a high value man. Cool, whatever. And we go on the date.
Triggered.
And like he made me so uncomfortable because I showed up, like I thought I was meeting him like at his work thinking there were going to be other people there. And his work, like everyone was done working. It was just me and him alone in his like car parts store, and like he's just trying to like talk to me and like hang out with me. And like at one point I'm just like, I'm there for like a half an hour and I'm like, dude, I'm like at a car parts store, like everyone else is left for work right now. This guy's just like talking to me, and I
like a Midas or like a,
no, he had like his own like I guess it did repairs too, but it looked like it was nice. Like it looked like you'd buy like things for your car there, and then they could put it in and install it there. I don't know. They're like tires and shit.
Mechanics
I'm
garage?
just imagining like a fucking Pet Boys.
Yeah, I know.
It's like he like rolls out from under the the Mustang.
No,
like, hey, what's up?
He's got the mechanics fucking button down with like the rolled up sleeves.
No, like he was wearing like it almost looked like it looked like he was wearing like Affliction almost. No.
Oh my god.
That's you know what I mean.
Okay, that's red flag number 2.
Yeah, exactly. He had like gemstones on his outfits.
So his pants were bedazzled.
His V-neck was bedazzled. No offense, Anthony. But his
V-neck
so I was like, okay.
bedazzled.
So I gotta bedazzle this.
No,
your nipples.
That's why it worked. Is because
your nipples are bedazzled.
Schedule all my dates at
right. I don't know how to explain like
auto parts shop. But like you weren't just meeting there. You weren't just meeting like that.
I thought we were just like, okay, I'm gonna meet you at your place, then we're gonna go in one car to the restaurant. Cool.
Yeah.
But then we're talking for like a half an hour at his place, and like the longer we're there, like you guys said, he has no idea. The longer I'm alone in this place with him, I'm getting more and more concerned.
No, but he was behind the desk at like the register, and you were like standing there.
He showed me
like,
around and gave me like a tour of the place, and was like showing me his car, the other cars that were like parked in the lot, and like the things that he does. Yeah, so he was just trying to flex on me, but then he's trying to like chat, and I'm just like, if I scream right now, no one will even hear me. You know what I mean? Like, and so I was like, hey.
So here are the air filters.
Guys are so weird. It just never. Every time I think that I can no longer be surprised by how weird a guy is, like I'll talk to a girl and hear some fucking weird ass story like this.
This is my favorite.
Oh, it gets worse.
This is my favorite turtle wax.
It gets worse.
Like I like to buff this. I like to buff this on like the smaller stains, like on my muscle. Like,
and that was the thing. Is like,
no, check out this parts of the parts store. I can just imagine this right now.
And I'm a girl. I like cars, but I don't care about repairing them. I don't care about that. Like I just care. Like I want to drive the car.
A 30-minute tour of where you work is like fucking super weird.
No, he's like asking me questions, and then at one point I'm like, hey, like I don't want to be, but I'm just like, hey, is it okay? Like I didn't realize we're just gonna be here. Can we just like go? And then immediately gaslights me. And then like as he's like saying like, why are you feeling comfortable? Like is there a reason why you don't feel like
red
comfortable
flag
with
number
me?
3.
I'm like tearing up, and then he mirrors me. He starts.
Wait. You're tearing up?
Yeah, because I'm just like while he's saying, it's just like, you don't, like, you feel uncomfortable with me? And I'm just like, oh no, like.
It's just getting more and more awkward and more fucking dangerous,
He starts tearing up too then, like literally mirroring me, and is like, I'm just like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's not personal. I just like, I don't really know you like that. Like, I just kind of want to get to dinner. And then he's like, I just can't believe that I've done anything that like you don't feel safe with me, or like I'm making you feel like you can't be comfortable. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
God, like cringing inside. I'm
and then we drive to the date. It gets worse, where he's like explaining how nice his house is and like this and that, and like he has these awesome carpets and like how I can bring my dog over and he can just stay by the pool and all this like just trying to flex on me, and I'm just like, I'm already so uncomfortable. And then I was just telling him like, no, like I'm not interested in like going back to your house with you. I want you to like take me back to my car.
Oh yeah.
And
fucking big mistake.
I should have waited until we were in the car to say that. And like he almost was like, he like started raising his voice to me like at the restaurant even. And was like basically, it was so where he's just like, all night you're basically making me feel like I'm doing everything wrong. And I was like, and once again, I'm just like sitting there, like literally like looking at the waiter, like what do I do? Like the girl waiter's like over there, like, and I'm just like, I don't even like.
Was this guy a mid-40s Latino man?
No, and this is why I don't go on dates with white men anymore. No, he was like Armenian white. Not that that has anything to do with like Armenian people at all. But yeah, and then basically like he like kind of like made me really uncomfortable in the restaurant. And like the whole car ride home, he's trying to like convince me that like he's a nice guy. That like
which makes you sound even more creepy, right? When if you feel like you have to like logically convince, yeah, exactly. Let me logically convince this girl that I'm not creepy.
And
like,
gaslight you into thinking that I'm crazy because I'm uncomfortable with you.
How old is this guy?
I don't know exactly. Like, I don't really ask because I don't want people to ask me how old I am.
Like 20s-ish?
No, he was older than me. He's like got to be like late 30s, early 40s maybe.
Wow, so way too old to be that clueless about.
No, it still gets worse, you guys. It still gets worse.
No, please, can it not?
Oh
my
no,
God,
it did.
no.
Yeah, this is like I'm like traumatized. And no, this was like several years
So he's like,
ago
you're
now.
in the car, he's driving you back to your car, right?
At his work in the dark, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm parked in the lot of his like. He has access to the like it was so scary. And I'm
Where
like,
did you go to dinner first? Where did you go to? Where are you taking it? Red Lobster?
No, it was actually like it was nice. It was like a nice Italian restaurant in Venice, but I can't remember the name. But it was good. Like, but it was like, you know what I mean? Like driving back, I was like, oh my God, like this is not worth free dinner. Like, was not worth free dinner. Not even if we got the nicest bottle of wine available.
I mean, you should have gotten Liquid Death instead. Non-alcoholic, great taste.
Delicious.
Honestly, yeah, ladies, if you're on a bad day, just order Liquid Death.
some
Do
Liquid
not
Death.
continue drinking wine thinking that maybe you'll like be able to handle it if you're more drunk. And so, because like I said at the beginning, he was particular. So he asked me when I was on my way to his shop to share my drive with him. And I made the mistake, like sharing my drive with him when I was in like my parking space, basically. So he knew where I lived at that point. And like he had a very like specific car that like it was like wrapped and stuff. So I knew exactly what his car looked like. And like I was walking my dog the next day and I saw his car on my street.
No.
Yeah, and like
Wait, could you see his location too? 'Cause you know what I mean? It's
No,
like,
I just shared my drive. Like when you're on the GPS and it goes shared drive. Like
what were you thinking?
Is
this your first bad experience with a man, so you didn't know to like?
Well, I was new to the dating scene at that point. Yeah,
Right,
like
you
I
just
was newly single. Okay. I thought he was cool, and like my last boyfriend, like
none of that.
Yeah, like we split every single bill together. Like he'd be like, "You still owe me for money for this." I was like, "Oh my God, a guy with a nice car that owns a business that could mentor me potentially, like wants to take me on a date. Like, all right, he's a little like particular. Sure, that's fine. He seemed nice enough when I met him in a group of other people at a party where I was already drunk. That I'm ready to be alone around
Plus, I
this
needed
person.
a pair of windshield wipers.
Yeah, and so
and my
I see
muffler
him,
fixed. So
I see him when I'm walking my dog. Like I see his car, and he starts calling me, like, and I pick up the phone, and I was like, I'm like, well, at that moment, like, I'm so like, what do I do? Like now he knows.
No, I probably would have. Well, now you got to play it cool. Right?
Exactly.
He knows where you live, right? You can't just ghost him. Now you got to play it like super cool and like smart. Right?
This guy might killed.
Yeah, this guy might actually be dangerous.
Yeah, and so I was just kind of like, oh my God, like I don't know what to do. So he called me. I was like, hey, and then he just starts like kind of apologizing.
Okay.
And like gaslighting me, like being like, I never, like, I'm so sorry, like, I just, like, can I, like, take you to lunch right now? Like, I just want to apologize that I ever made you cry and made you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I say right now to get this guy, like, because I'm not getting in the car with this guy right now.
No,
like,
of course not. Yeah.
But the reality was, like, in that moment and in the hour before he probably showed up to his house, in his head, he had good intentions.
I was just going to say, like, this guy sounds like a pretty innocent guy who just is a bit socially retarded, but like...
You can't just show up to a girl's house.
No,
like, you can't do that.
It's still super creepy. And you still have to handle yourself really, because if a guy is really that socially clueless and a little bit angry, that's still a dangerous guy.
Those are the people that are going to kill you.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, and so...
Maybe he's not a murderer, but if he's a really angry guy and he feels slighted by you or embarrassed by you or like you're being a bitch to him, like he might do something. He might do something just out of anger. Like you just don't know. You don't know what's inside his head. He's acting very strange. You got to really handle that situation tactfully.
Yeah, you can't use logic on illogical people.
No, yeah,
so
totally.
he's acting in a way that I can't comprehend.
Yeah.
So I can't just like act like rational and think he's gonna respond rationally. So I just told him like, oh my God, hey, yeah, like there's my favorite burrito spot is like a block away. Do you want to walk to the burrito spot with me, basically? Because I'm like, I'm not getting in your fucking
during the
car.
day, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So like, okay, so like we walked over there and we talked for a little bit, and he apologized to me, and I told him like, hey, I was just walking my dog. Like I literally have to like go to work right now.
Yeah.
But hey, like let's tie up like in a couple days or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I like tried to block him and everything, and thankfully he didn't show up at my house again. But
good. Yeah.
He contacted like one of my friends as well, being like, I don't know what I did wrong. Like, I thought we really liked each other. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I think like that's why like certain mentorship programs are really important, because there are men that do, like, he was not bad looking. He was very successful. He had a nice car. Like, I was like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he single? You know what I mean? And then I find out like, okay, yeah, like he doesn't understand women. He doesn't know how to react in ways that make women feel safe.
Yep.
And he doesn't have the emotional intelligence to identify where maybe anyone in the room is at and isn't able
Certainly
to, like,
not you.
Yeah, and so like there are guys that like really don't understand and get frustrated with women, and especially ending up seeing those women with other people that they find to be of lower value or less attractive or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, nothing makes a guy more angry than if they think they're like a good guy, they got a good job, and then they see a girl hooking up with like a guy that seems like a douchebag.
Yeah, and it's just
nothing makes a guy more angry than that.
The only
right?
difference was he made her feel safer, and he didn't try as hard, and like somehow like
and he was probably fun, and he probably listened to her, and like.
Yeah.
But usually when a guy gets pissed at a guy that's quote unquote a douchebag, usually that just means that guy's cool.
Yeah.
And like that guy is jealous of the fact that he's like getting attention from women. So.
And I think something that's really important for me that a lot of people like either I've never thought about or just don't remember in the moment is like, I can be like really attracted to someone and think they're really cool, but then the moment I actually smell your pheromones, it's literally all out the window.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah, like, and a lot of women are the same way, where it's just like there is like a scientific pheromonal element where it's just like you're great and everything, but like I could never actually get into you or like even think about making out with you because it's just like you don't smell right to me.
Dude, I think this is the thing about birth control. So like women that get off birth control will go for more like traditionally masculine guys.
That's actually crazy you said that, because after I got out of that relationship, I got off birth control.
Yep. Yeah.
And it does change. And so like and that's something kind of I use to cope with, where I'm just like, oh, they just probably weren't into me for a moment. Like, I did nothing wrong. They were totally into me otherwise, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of things to it where like guys are thinking they're getting rejected for one reason when it's like there are literally 100 other reasons that like.
A lot of times you have no idea, right? A girl might ghost you and you just don't know why.
Well, that's like from at least from my perspective, like that's like the frustrating part, because it's just like we want, at least for me, it's just like it's like execute the program, like you know what I'm saying? It's just like Well, if I know what I did wrong, then I don't have to do the same fucking thing in the future, and I can fix it and I can move on.
Yeah.
But the thing with like dating is like you just never know. Like there's just so many factors that play into it, where it's just like you kind of have to have like intuition about it. You kind of have to just
but that intuition
you just have to.
Intuition comes from somewhere.
It comes from experience.
Yeah.
But like it.
But
like,
you can't have experience if you're not emotionally intelligent to understand that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys, like I wouldn't be able to ever tell that guy like why he made me uncomfortable. He would never understand it. He would never receive it, and he could never learn from it.
Angry, right?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, I'm just telling you this to help you with your dating relationship. Like, hey,
he's not going to take it. They never take it like that.
And so it's like, fuck, like, and there is a part of me that like would want to let you know, like, hey, dude, like moving forward. Like, if you want to have more success, please do this. But, like, the fact that, like, men can't even be open to having that conversation, like, it would be cool if, like, we could make it more of a standard where you have, like, an autopsy after a failed date and be like, hey, like, can we just not
cause
personally...
of death.
Yeah, just be like, hey, like, what was it about me that really failed for you?
An M&M mortality and morbidity fucking conference where you discuss...
No, that would... Like, oh my God, we should start an app.
Yo!
We should fucking start an app.
Or that's another podcast
girls,
where you get people and their exes to come on, or you get the ex to come on first and be like, yo, what was it about her? Like, what was it about that first date that really failed for you? And get the girl to come on next, or the girl and the girl, or the guy and the guy, and then get them on together and be like, yo, she said this, he said that.
Well, I think the ex, I think there's like, I think
that would be like, she said.
No, like a long relationship with someone, I think you'd get a lot of different answers, and it wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? There's just like baggage there.
No,
that
but
like
first
where
dates.
like you can do like you can go on a date with some guy and be like, all right, well, like dude, like we were in your tool shop.
Your breath stinks.
Like you know, like you didn't have the right pheromones, so change your
pheromones.
Like,
wear stronger
change your
cologne so I can't
genetics.
smell you.
No, but like, but you know what I'm saying? There's no like, there's no history of just like, there's no resentment there, like on a first date where it's just like you can be totally, you can just be like for the most part you can be like transparent and it's gonna be more accurate than like you having like a long history with someone. And just like you having resentment about that one, you have a resentment about that one thing.
So you're saying Tinder.
Well, you called my mother a bitch like this year, so like he's just been an asshole for forever since then, and like it's clouded my judgment in other areas. Where like now that we're broken up, I can't have there's no. You know what I'm saying? There's too much emotion wrapped up in the split, where it's just like it's not like an objective. Like, it's not information at that point. It's a lot of just like emotion.
Because it's a bias thing, but that would be dope if there was like a Tinder or Hinge that had like another level where it's like, okay, you guys actually successfully went on a date with each other.
And it would have to be
rate my
anonymous.
professor basically.
Yeah.
Like how did the date go? What was the best? What was the worst part about it?
They could do it anonymously. So if you wanted
like
to
your
date
Uber
with
drivers.
a girl,
yeah.
Exactly. It would be an anonymous rating, and they could randomly time it. Because if you go on a date and then you get a anonymous rating the next day, okay, you know who the fuck it's from.
Yeah.
They could like randomly time it where you get your ratings.
There's like a 30-day delay.
30-day delay or maybe a 5-day delay. You never know, right?
Yeah.
You'll never know how long the delay is, so you never know who it's from.
Or you shouldn't even know your own score.
Well, no, because you'd have to be able to read what the person said.
No, the other people should be able to. Oh wait, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah, because you want to know you want the feedback.
Yeah,
Do you remember
need
they call this the fucking Heisenberg uncertainty principle? Do you remember this?
I gotta write this down though. This is a business idea right here. I gotta write this down in my business ideas.
Heisenberg uncertainty principle is a math fucking principle, but they reappropriated it for how this phenomenon of not knowing why a woman rejects you or why a woman loses interest. Because like no woman will ever tell you, and they call it
because we don't feel safe to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like if you just like literally text me and was like, hey, I know the day went well. We haven't like gone on another date since then. Like, can we just like be transparent with each other? Like, I wish there was a nice like way or just like a code word where we could like say that to each other so it wouldn't be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.